Hello students. Let's see a chapter. Chapter number 4, The Rat Trap. This is a presentation by Swati Thakre. Chapter 4, The Rat Trap, is written by Selma Lagerlof. And here is the information about the author. Selma Lagerlof, in full, Selma Ottiliana Louisa Lagerlof, a novelist who in 1909 became the first woman and also the first Swedish writer to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. Selma Lagerlof was a writer whose stories have been translated into many languages. Introduction to the chapter. This story, the story of the Rat Trap, is set in the middle of the mines of Sweden, which are rich in iron ore. The story is narrated in the manner of a fairy tale. It gives us the message that the emotions of love and acceptance can reform others. Setting of the story. The story is set amidst the mines of Sweden, rich in iron ore, which figure large in the history of that country. The story is told somewhat in the manner of a fairy tale. The characters from the story are a peddler with rat traps, an old man, a crofter, master smith in the Ramcho iron mill in Sweden, helpers in the mill, blacksmiths, iron mill owner, Edla Wilmanson, daughter of the iron mill owner. So let's begin with the story. Once there was a man who used to sell small rat traps made of wire. These rat traps were made by him in his free time. He used to collect the material required by begging from stores or big farms. But still his business was not earning him any profits. And therefore he had to beg or steal in order to survive. His clothes were old and torn. His cheeks were lowered inside due to malnutrition. And one could easily see the hunger in his eyes. The life of the rat trap seller was very, very sad and boring. He was homeless, and slowly with heavy feet he walked along the road, lost in his own thoughts. And he was habitual of being there into or being lost into the world of his thoughts. One day he got lost in a series of thoughts which he found very interesting. The man was thinking about the rat trap, and suddenly a thought came to his mind that the whole world, which includes land, seas, cities, and villages, was similar to a rat trap. So he is comparing the world with the rat trap. He thought that there was no meaning of the existence of this world. It was nothing but a temptation. The world around us is what? Is nothing but a temptation. Just like cheese and pork, which we offer as bait to catch the rat. So according to him, as soon as someone tries to comfort himself with joy or with food, shelter, and there are many more things in the world which, we people try to get in our lives. Okay, this is a temptation, and because of that temptation, we get trapped. So, he says here that this world is like a rat trap, and these things are, or these temptations are like bait, as we give cheese and pork as a bait to catch a rat. The same way, to comfort ourselves, the things like food, shelter, even the joy we seek in our lives, these temptations make us to be trapped into this rat trap, which is known as world. No one in the world has ever been kind to the rat trap seller. So he started thinking ill of others. It became a favorite pastime for him. During dull moments, these thoughts made him happy. Okay, thinking something bad, something ill about others became his pastime, and that was giving him some sort of happiness. So he continued with thinking ill of those who were known to him. He would imagine those people who were already trapped in the rat trap of worldly things, and also those who were about to get trapped in it. One evening, the rat trap seller was walking very slowly. He saw a little grey cottage which stood by the road. He went up to the cottage and knocked at the door so as to get shelter for the night. Generally, he was not helped by anyone, but this time he was welcomed by the old man into his cottage. He was a lonely old man without a wife and kids. The old man was happy as he was alone. Nobody was staying with him. The man was happy to get company that night. That at least somebody is there with me to give company. So the old man gave him some porridge to eat and then shared his tobacco with the guest. After this, both played cards till bedtime. So what happens in the story we'll see in the next part.